Namaste, a very good day to all of you. Have you ever wondered how our ancestors thrived without supermarket? If not so, let's start discussing to find out the answer of this question in the 19th lecture of a lecture series on Indigenous Knowledge System from the Earth for the Future. So this is Professor Ajit Jaswal, Head Department of Anthropology. Today we'll discuss about the fascinating world of indigenous community governance and decision making. So in this lecture series, we'll discuss about series of specific concepts related to the indigenous community governance and decision making. In the previous lecture, we discussed about cultural heritage and artistic tradition. If you have missed that lecture, then see the link given over here. Hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating videos or lectures related to the anthropology concern. If you have any doubt, any questions, any queries related to any area of anthropology, either or any other specific lecture that I have given, you can ask through the comment section. Now let's start discussing about community governance and decision making. Community governance and decision making, it refers to the processes through which a community collectively manage their affairs, make decisions, and govern themselves based on shared value, shared norms, and interest. Community governance encompasses various structure, mechanisms, and practices that enable community members to participate in decision making, resolve conflict, allocate resources, and address common challenges. Now let's discuss it in detail about in an overview format of community governance and decision making. We'll discuss one by one. Like the first point, discuss about participatory democracy. Community governance is often based on the principle of participatory democracy, which emphasizes the active involvement of community members in decision making processes that affect their lives. Participatory democracy value inclusive, transparency, accountability, and consensus building, enable all voices to be heard and considered in the decision making processes. Next is local autonomy. Community governance emphasizes local autonomy and self-determination, allowing community to make decisions that reflect their unique need, priorities, and cultural value. Decentralized governance structures such as community council, village assemblies, or indigenous governing bodies empower community to manage their own affairs and shape their own development trajectories. Another important point is social cohesion and trust. Community governance fosters social cohesion, solidarity, and trust among community members through collaborative decision making, mutual respect, and a shared responsibility. Strong social network, community bond, and interpersonal relationship enhance cooperation, cohesion, and collective action within the community. Similarly, when we discuss about the consensus building, community governance rely on consensus building processes that seek and achieve broad-based agreement and consensus among community members on important decisions. Consensus building may involve dialogue, negotiation, mediation, and conflict resolution mechanisms that promote understanding, compromise, and reconciliation among diverse perspectives. Similarly, when we discuss about another point called inclusive participation, community governance ensures inclusive participation by facilitating the engagement of diverse stakeholders, including women, youth, elders, marginalized groups, and minority voices. Inclusive decision-making processes promote social equity, representation, and empowerment, ensuring that all community members have a voice in shaping their collective future. Similarly, when we discuss about another important point called as traditional governance system, many communities rely on traditional governance system. Indigenous institutions are customary law to govern themselves according to their cultural traditions, according to customary practices, and ancestral knowledge. Traditional governance structures often incorporate indigenous decision-making processes, leadership roles, and conflict resolution mechanisms that reflect local value and norms. And the last important point is collaborative partnerships. Very important one. Community governance involves collaborative partnership between communities, government, civil social society organizations, and other stakeholders to address common challenges, to address leverage resources, and achieve shared goals. Multi-stakeholder partnership promote dialogue, knowledge exchange, and joint action for sustainable development and social exchange. Similarly, the last important point is community building and empowerment. Community governance initiate invest in capacity building, leadership development, and civic education program to strengthen the skill, to strengthen the knowledge and capacities of community members to engage effectively in governance processes. Empowered communities are better equipped to advocate their rights, mobilize resources, and implement locally driven solutions to complex problems. So at last we may say that by promoting inclusive, transparent, and accountable government processes, community can enhance their livelihood, enhance their resilience, social cohesion, and collective well-being while fostering sustainable development, democratic governance, and human rights at the grassroots level. So effective community governance require ongoing dialogue, trust building, and continuous learning to adapt to the changing circumstances and addresses emerging challenging effectively. So that's all for today. If you have any doubt, any queries related to the present lecture or the next lecture, then you can ask through the comment section. One important information I want to give you over here is that a new video will come daily around 1 p.m. So please keep your notification bell on. Thank you so much. Namaste.